Okay.
What if the life you are settling for right now was never the life you were meant to live? Hi, everybody. Hi, ladies. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, how are you?
Good, good. Well, welcome our audience as well from wherever you are. In this episode, we are going to share the real story behind ourselves, right? Some of us move from across the world, being separated from our loved one. We've been through financial struggling, we started all over from zero, and so much more. Every one of us in our digital business community has a different story. So today we are going to share ours, and hopefully that will resonate with you, and you might be inspired to also start a digital business as well. So, ladies, are we ready?
For sure.
Well, let me start with myself first. Hi, everyone. My name is Wendy, and I am an immigrant from Singapore and now living in Texas. Honestly, moving here from Singapore was never part of the plan, right? Me and my husband, we met in Singapore, we got married, and we love basically that side of the world, especially the food and the family we have. However, COVID happened, and my husband lost his job and had to come back to Texas. Well, we spent 2 years apart, long distance, and trying to figure out whether we could stay there or I'm going to travel. So in the end, I'm here right now. And when I'm here, the first thing that came to my mind was, what if I won't be able to find a job? What about you, Reka? What's your background? What's the story?
Yeah. Hello, everybody. My name is Rekha Morar, and I was born in Gujarat, India, but I moved to USA when I was very little, about 12 years old. But the last 30 years, I live in Tennessee, USA, with my husband, and I have two adult daughters who recently got married. So I'm an empty nester, and I worked in IT for over 20 years.
Okay, what about you, Rika?
Hi, ladies. Good evening from my side and our viewers. Good evening, everyone. So, my name is Rika. I am also an immigrant like Wendy, but I am from the Philippines. So, currently living here in the United Kingdom. I used to be a secondary school teacher back home. And then when I joined my husband here in the UK, I still carry that passion of working with children. So I work in school, day nurseries, and now I am fully settled in the children with additional needs. So I am a support worker for children with additional needs, and I'm loving the job. And yeah, so I am a proud mom and a proud wife. So my son, he is 14 years old now. So I have a teenager in the house. And yeah, and I'm enjoying life with yeah. I know moving abroad, like when they said, it's really hard. Is I need to learn everything, like from cooking, being away from my family, knowing my neighbors, knowing learning even the language. Because back home we are like, which our English is really American accent, American English, but coming here is quite different. It was like culture shock for me. But I am still here. I'm loving the life here. I am enjoying, and I'm grateful for that move. It wasn't easy, but I am happy where I am now. Back to you, Wendy.
Yeah, awesome. And so after hearing like our background and where we are, one thing about our current life, for me at least, right? When I moved over here, I didn't know what I want to do, but I know for sure that me and my husband, we love traveling. And for me, especially being home away from home, I would love the flexibility of the time freedom to be able to travel back and visit my family anytime I want to, right? Not just for emergency, but just to visit and catch up and maintain the relationship. So what we did here is we started a husband-wife real estate business because, like what everybody thinks, real estate, we get to arrange the scheduling of the home tours. It's flexible in that way, right? However, it's also physically needed to be there, to show homes, to meet up with clients, to do the calls and everything. So with this digital business that I found, um, it really fits the lifestyle that we want to, because we have a strong why that we want to travel and be flexible with our time and spend the time we want with our families and our loved one, and to do things like, as you know, we like a lot of outdoors and adventures, right? And to participate in hiking or to climb a mountain, and that takes time. You need to travel and you need the time to do it. So yeah, that's the main why that we started to really look into getting another additional stream of income to give us and support the lifestyle that we want to be. And back to you, Reka.
Yeah, as I said, I worked in IT for many, many years. But then about 7 years ago, I was laid off, with 1 day notice. And honestly,
Mm.
that moment was a real eye opener for me. I had given so many years to one company, and it all ended with 1 day notice. That really made me step back and think. When I was home after layoff, I started realizing how much family time I had been missing. All those years where I wasn't there for my kids' activities or, school drop offs and stuff like that. So, instead of jumping back into another job right away, I made a decision to take a break, to be more present and spend that quality time with my daughters. And also, my mother-in-law was sick, so help take care of her as well. And I am so so grateful I had that precious moments before my girls got married. But after they moved out, everything changed again, right? So I suddenly had more time, but I didn't want to just sit idle and get bored with rising cost and paying for my daughter's wedding. Indian weddings are expensive. I could
Yeah.
see our savings really going down, and that didn't make me feel comfortable. I, I grew up independent. My dad always said, "Don't depend on anybody." And all these 7 years when I was just dependent on my husband's income, didn't I wasn't feeling right. So it was time to rethink what I should do in my life. So that's when I started looking. But at the same time, like Wendy said, I love traveling.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't want to go back to traditional job anymore. And who's going to hire me in my 50s, right? Like, even if I do get hired, it'll be like fixed hours and, a lot of weekends you have to work in IT. I didn't want to do that. I was looking for something flexible. So that's where my history is.
Yeah,
And
thank you, Rika. Yeah, so mine is, yeah, I thought moving abroad would make life easier, and but I was wrong. Like, like many other immigrants, I believe that, juggling jobs was normal because that's what I saw around me. All my friends are having like multiple jobs. And I remember this time that I my son was still in bed when I'm going for work, and he's already in bed when I come back from work. That was like 12 hours I was not at home. And I thought that was okay. I thought that was normal. So days turned to years and years and years. And sadly, and my parents didn't even see their only grandson until he was 8 years old, because we cannot afford to go home, like three of us, and it's very very expensive. Aside from ticket, you need to bring some pocket money, and then relying on one job, it's impossible. And I had no savings then, and I can feel it. My body is like screaming, shouting, like enough. Like, my health was slowly going downhill, and from overwork. That's the reason, from
Mhm.
overwork. And But I kept going because I felt I had no choice. I felt like this is my life here now until my golden years. And yes, I was providing for my family here and my family back home, but I was sent present for them. And yeah, it is sad to say that I was an absentee mom years, years, years because I was always out for work. And I am glad that my husband is very hands on. So, he's always doing the school run and even arranging play dates. That's from my husband because I am away out. I'm in, like for work. And my son is very active. He's very sporty. Sometimes playing football, I wasn't there. I missed his first goal, something like that. And I
Yeah.
miss so much milestones from my son. And I don't want that. And it's until now, honestly, I'm still emotional talking about that. And it is not nice feelings, especially if you are a mom. He's the only son, but I was not there for him physically. And yes, I want to be a mom, I want to be a wife, but I was not there present for them. So, and I want something that I want to be at home for them, but I can't because we cannot afford. So then that's the wake up call that I need to do something. I thought there should be something out there. I just need to find what are those opportunities that I'm sure there is because I don't want to leave them again for 12 hours, all day. I wasn't at home. So yeah, that was my really, really, I struggled with that. That was my pain point. That was my reason why I'm looking for something that I can do offline. Yes, that's for me, Wendy.
Yeah, I totally, when I listen to your story, I just feel like, oh my God, although we don't have children, but I can definitely feel your pain
Mhm.
just being away all the time. Yeah, and when I discovered this digital business, right, it was actually right before I relocated to Texas. Because at the time, I was excited to move because it's always a new adventure and I love it, right? But I was also really scared. Like, what if I won't be able to find a job? What if, people don't like me here and stuff like that? So I started to look for something online which I can basically do from anywhere, and which then I found it. However, that was just like my plan B. It was always like a backup plan. Well, if I can't find a job, at least I have something. If I can't get a career going, at least I have something. But right now, after being in real estate and being on the road all the time and with the gas price rising crazy right now, like deep down, I really hope that one day this digital business could become my plan A.
Yeah.
Well, it's the flexibility, like I mentioned. The business runs on automated system, and I didn't have any background in tech,
Mhm.
or I wasn't tech savvy. I had a Facebook page. That was about it, and I used the Facebook page for entertainment. Right? There's
Yeah.
nothing about business. But because of the step-by-step training in our community in this whole business, it comes with website, it comes from the sales funnel and everything. I don't really need anything to get started. I just learn on the way as I get this set up. And I'm still building and I'm still growing. And now I can see and imagine myself like being working in a cafe and just be anywhere. So yeah, I totally, with this business that I found, it really could become my plan A, and I'm very excited about it. How do you feel, Reka?
Yeah. When I started looking, I wanted something flexible, something I could do at my own pace. But like I said, I still something that allowed me to travel and enjoy family time. I also wanted to feel more confident about myself and my future. So, and I want to be able to contribute more to our family foundation in India. So, I started looking at different options. Nothing really felt right. Like I started looking at options like drop shipping kind of option or Amazon storefront. Nothing really felt right because you're on your own to figure stuff out. Then I came across this digital system. What stood out to me the most is the simplicity, the step by step training, the mentorship, the coaching, the community. Oh my God, that's what I fell in love with. Still, I hesitated at first. I started doubting myself. Can I do this at my age? What will people think about me? All these thoughts keep coming. But something kept pulling me back. And then I finally committed. Things started to shift one step at a time, right? Today, I have more flexibility. I'm learning new skills. And most importantly, I have a purpose again. I feel so much more confident about where I'm going. I've been able to travel more, take multiple international trips with
Mhm.
my husband, and few in the planning stage. And also, last February, we were in India, and I was able to give back more to our family foundation in India. We gave out bikes to a lot of kids. Kids could not afford bikes.
Mm.
When we gave those bikes out, the smile on their face, oh my God, it just touched my heart, right? That's something that this business has allowed me to do. uh, and I, like I said, community. I have, I can't say enough about that. I connected with so many like-minded people, like Wendy and Rika. Oh my God, we we connected with personally and business related. Anytime when we start doubting ourselves, we support each other, and that's something you don't get in another business, guys. So I am so blessed to have this business.
Yeah. So, me, the pandemic, years ago, that was my wake up call. And as we all know, the world shut down, lots of businesses shut down. And that time I was, because I mentioned earlier, I juggled so many jobs.
Yeah.
Pandemic happened. I was working in the healthcare, in the nursing home. And that feeling like going to work is like I'm going to the war zone, because I was really, really scared. That was the scariest moment of my life. You look after other people, and then I don't know if I can get that and bring it home. That is so horrible feeling. And I found that time I found myself after, actually, to be honest, after my 12-hour shift, I was really, really exhausted. I was, just I was praying then that there should be something. I said, God, give me something that
Yeah.
I can work from home, that I don't need to be away for 12 hours with my boys, that I can supplement my income just a little bit, so that I don't need to go out working, especially this time. And honestly, I was not looking for an online business because I had zero knowledge of business. I am not good in technology. My English is not good. I am not confident. I have so much, like, yeah, I'm not fully ready with this online business, right? But yeah, I saw an opportunity while I was browsing on social media. I was really tired then, and I said, "Wow, you know." I said I saw this for a reason. And yes, I started asking questions, and I saw this complimentary workshop. And I still remember that, watching that workshop. One of the mom that she was sharing her journey. I was literally crying. I was in tears listening to her story, because I said I can see myself on her. Like, that is me. That is my story. And I told myself, if she can do it, there's no reason that I can. So yeah, so I started then. So, like, lady, you mentioned, ladies, I have lots of doubt myself, and I was scared. I was scared what will people think about what I'm doing, especially I will be exposed in social media, what my friends saying, what my family, especially back home, saying. Yeah, I am not ready. But then I realized, I was praying for something, and then I saw this. And if I won't take action now, our life will still be the same. It still be the same cycle again. So it won't change at all. So the decision will be mine. So I said, I took that step. And so I started slow, step by step. And yeah, and I now, honestly, that's the best decision that I made is now I am still in the business. I know my journey is unique. My story is unique. I had lots of like, ups and downs in the business. I experienced loads of like setbacks in the business, but I didn't stop. I carry on, and I use that setback to fuel me to keep moving. Because at the end of the day, it's just me who's doing it. I mean, people don't understand what I'm doing, and not unless they're in the business. So I am the one who's paying my bills. No one is helping me, right? So as I need to do this for my own, for my family especially, and truly I am very very grateful that I said yes to this years ago, and now I can talk live like this.
Yeah.
My technology skills is improving, and yes, like you mentioned, ladies, the community is amazing. I would not met Reka and Wendy if I don't have this kind of business. So I just don't have a business. I just don't have a friends, but I have a family in the business. So
Yeah.
thankful, very
Oh.
very thankful for that. Yes, that's mine, Wendy.
Yeah, that's I 100% agree. Like I'm so grateful, and I'm sure all of us are, to be part of this amazing community and to keep learning, not just on business sides, but also our personal growth and mindset. And yeah, so with that, oh, thank you, Maria. Hi, sis. Thanks for watching
Bye.
from UK. Yeah, so I want to say that this is an opportunity for everybody. So today is Tuesday. We
Mhm.
have our weekly introductory workshop, and all you need to do is to drop us a message and go to our website, register your name and email address, and you get a link to actually attend it live or watch the replay later on. So you also get the chance to explore this opportunity and see if it's for you as well. And we hope that we are able to at least share our story and hopefully inspire you and let you know that we are from all walks of life.
Yes.
So no matter who you are, where you're from, as long as you want to create your dream life and have a step towards your goal, your dream goal, just make it happen and you can do it.
Yeah. If we can do it, you can do it too.
Exactly.
Totally,
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you, ladies. We'll see you next
Thank
week.
you. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.